All right, welcome back to episode 4 of the Poke MMO Let's Play. I did not hear back from anyone in the comments about which of these fossils we should take. So I put a little bit of thought in with the expectation that might be the case. And I think in the context of a rain team, Kabutops would make a whole lot more sense because he would have Swift Swim and his bug weakness would be counteracted by the rain. But on a sunny day team where we're trying to maximize Ivysaur's effectiveness as well as the effectiveness of everyone else on the team, I think it makes more sense to go for Omastar because Omastar is rock and water. So he's got really good switch-ins to protect Ivysaur if we have to swap in on a fire move. And then, from that point, once we've swapped in, well, now they either have to stick with their Pokemon or keep hitting him with ineffective moves. And if they decide to swap out, well, now we can use Shell Smash to set up and then sweep the team. So that's kind of where my mind went. So we're going to go ahead and pick the Helix Fossil, and we're going to go with Omastar. I don't know if at any point I can get Kabutops maybe later. If people maybe like somehow can sell their fossils on the GTL. Because I know that at some point we can get access to all of the things on here. I currently don't think I could buy anything. I think if I were to try, it would fail. Like this energy powder, like, can I buy that? Yeah, you have to have 4 badges, right? So we can't really buy another fossil at the moment. So we're just kind of stuck with Omastar, and I personally feel like that's fine. Because like I was saying, I think given the kind of team that I'm trying to put together, at least in my head right now, he makes the most sense to use. So that's where we are on the fossil, and hopefully I don't even remember how much more space this cave has. Okay, yeah, no, we're done. Awesome. What do we have over here? Mega Punch. I don't know that I want anyone to learn this. Oh, he just gives it the TM. Okay, that's great. And this guy gives Mega Kick. Yeah. All right. Cool. I feel like I remember these dudes from Fire Red. Is there anything over here? There might be with the item finder, but I'm not gonna bother with that right now. Although this looks like there might be something. Look at that. This little segment on the ground looked a little different. So I figured why not. Anything? No, not really. What about here? No. Alright. Had to try. Mega Drain? Yo, that's... I'm pretty sure Bulbasaur is allowed to learn that. That would be really, really good. That would be incredible. I don't know what shows up in this bush. Let's lead Ponyta. I want to scout this bush out for a little bit, just to see what's here. Let's see, Sandshrew. I remember these guys being here. Because I remember leveling up a Sandslash a long time ago. Spearow. Nothing new here. I don't really think there's going to be anything super worthwhile in this bush. So we'll probably just... We'll just be on our way. Heal up. And I guess we'll try to take on the Nugget Bridge. I'm not really sure what kind of mons they all use. But either way, now we can actually start leading with Onyx to Stealth Rock, because that's going to be a lot of trainers. What does he want? Poliwhirl? I have to find a Poliwag first. Oh, that's right. This is the guy where whenever he trades you... Well, no, that'd be if he were the one trading you the Poliwhirl, you would get a Poliwrath. I think that's probably where they introduce you to the idea that trading certain Pokemon causes evolution. Alright. I don't really think there's anyone giving out items over here, so... Let's see. I'll check these guys, but I really don't think, though. Bill... No... Alright. Soul Guy, maybe? Oh, no. He's in almost every Poké Center, and it seems like he's just kind of, like, giving you the rundown of the current story. I wonder if we could actually fight Misty first. Like, she would be here, probably. But I don't know that I actually want to fight her right now. I don't remember if I saw them mention rare candy, and that made me think. I did find one. So, I guess I can save that and use that on somebody later if I want to try to hit a certain level quicker. Alright, Mr. Onyx. Is there anything back here? Rare candy. Look at that. Wow. Like, areas like that, I mean, they look so unassuming, but almost always they're going to have something. Powder jar? What is that for? What do berry powders actually do? Is that a key item? A jar for... Okay, a jar for storing berry powder. Cool, I guess. I'm almost certain Gary shows up here. Do I want to make the swap over to special attacking? I don't really think I do, but I guess let me check how much Mega Drain does, right? Mega Drain use... I wonder if I cancel it halfway through because I don't want this. If it lets me... Yeah, I can cancel it. Mega Drain is 40 power. 50% of the damage is absorbed. So, I mean, that's good, but we would need to be able to train our special attack, and right now, it's looking like physical attacks might be the way. And eventually, this is going to get replaced with Solar Beam anyway. So, I think I just hold off on that for now. It's tempting, but I don't think there's a whole lot of value in doing that. So, yeah, there's our rival. Abra? Is this guy just gonna, like, teleport out of here constantly? No, he just withdrew him. Alright. Unexpected, but same result. Butterfree could probably take a hit. I want to get him to level 12, so I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if he can survive it. Because if he can level up here, that would be really, really good. Water gun should resist. Awesome. Okay. Swap to Ivysaur so that way Butterfree doesn't take too much damage. Bites. I want to kind of keep my HP up, if possible. I'm going to save Leech Seed for the very last Mon, so that way I don't have to worry about my HP dropping. Oh, I forgot we were doing a 3-way split on that one. I have to swap one more time. That is very not good. Okay. I'm going to do a growth, because my next attack has to actually kill him. And if he burns me... Okay, that actually didn't do that much. So I'm going to do a growth again. Unless he crits me, I think I live. So my next attack should kill. No way. I feel like I have to Seed Bomb. So that's going to be... Oh, that's going to be so weak. Wow. That is so unfortunate. I'm just going to... If I take down, I will probably kill myself. I think what I have to do is sack him on here. I think I'm going to swap to Ponyta because it should resist the fire move. And then I'm going to potion the Ivysaur. Not very effective. Awesome. Okay, good. And that did 12, so we can take one more of those. So we're going to use potion here. And then if at any point Ivysaur actually, like, dies, I can, like, swap to Nidoran on the feint to revive it. It sucks that my whole setup is gone from that. But I could not try to go for a takedown with that much HP. Now, he should not crit. This should not kill me. I did get burned, and I'm probably dead. Yeah, well, okay. The Sacrificial Lamb Nidoran. Revive Ivysaur. Now, we should feint here, get the free swap. And then I'm almost certain I should just be able to do a Seed Bomb, but I don't want to chance it. And Takedown won't do that much damage to me because he's already down so low on HP. So we're going to do a Takedown, guarantee the kill. Take how much? 2 HP damage. Yeah, that's nothing. That's nothing at all. Alright, so he comes in. He's going to take a bunch from the rocks. Seed Bomb doesn't do that much. I'll do 1 growth because I think I should be able to live this. And then I'll do 1 takedown. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me test the Seed Bomb. Because I can technically survive. Wow. Even with it being not effective, just a +1 attack actually got me there. That's crazy. Okay. I'm going to assume that Abra is going to be very weak. So I'm just going to Leech Seed it. Teleport, yeah. Alright, wonderful. Okay, so now we'll just swap Butterfree for the free EXP on this one. And swap back to Ivysaur for the kill. And the Leech Seed is still out, which is awesome. Alright, cool. Never didn't have it. I had a feeling we were going to have to do some, like, swap shenanigans, and I'm glad that I had the 1 revive that I did. I may end up buying just 1, and keeping it on me. I normally do not buy items, but this fight has made me reconsider that, to be completely honest. Sleep powder, let's go. Alright. I don't think String Shot is super relevant. It's probably more relevant than Harden is, though. So I think we'll do that. Because at least if I sleep the target... Stun Spore. That's also really nice. Because in scenarios where we want to, like, significantly cut a Pokemon's speed, and we don't want them to just String Shot out of it, I think Stun Spore is the better option. The issue with Stun Spore, though, as with, I think, all of the spores, is they are not effective on grass Pokemon. I think the Pokemon that you use the... Or maybe that's just Spore. I'll have to look that up, because I'm not 100% sure. I think, overall, Stun Spore is just a better... pretty much permanent String Shot, because it's a 50% speed cut. Poison Powder. You know what? Why not? Why not? Oh, we'll just make Butterfree the status setter on the team. But Poison Powder is probably not ideal compared to something like Toxic, so that was probably not the right play. It was probably the better play to keep Tackle, because I have put some thought into it, and I do think I want to put the Clefairy on the team at some point. What is this? What's he doing? Did he give me something? Like, what was that? Why did he just come back? What a weirdo. But yeah, no, I did put some thought into it, and I think I want to have Clefairy on the team over, like, something like Nidoran or Nidoqueen. Like, Poison is weak to ground, which I guess isn't super relevant, because we have a flyer on the team. We have multiple flyers on the team. But I don't see Poison Ground being a better defensive typing than just straight up Normal, right? Because, like, Normal also provides us with a swap in for Ghost moves, and I don't think anything on our team is particularly weak to Ghost moves, but in the scenario where we just don't want to take damage from Ghosts, Clefairy is, like, the one, right? Because she can swap in, and I'm pretty sure at some point learn Amnesia. I remember seeing it after watching the footage back. Sharply raises our special defense. So if we're trying to be a toxic stall Pokemon, does she actually learn Toxic? She should, right? Yeah. Okay. So if we're trying to be a like a toxic stall Pokemon, Calm Mind is not really what we want. I would rather have Amnesia, Defense Curl, and, like, Stored Power might actually be kind of nice. Over, like, trying to do Calm Mind setup. Like, Calm Mind is good in the sense that it does raise special defense and special attack, but if we're using, like I said, if we're using Toxic, it's kind of irrelevant. And then we're probably going to be using Moonlight, but healing is increased during harsh sunlight, but decreased during other weather. This is huge if we're going to have her on a sun team, right? So this is my idea for swapping out Nidoran. I think Clefairy is going to put way more work in overall. And it's got Timid Nature, so it might possibly be able to outspeed things. I don't know what its base stats are. 35? Probably not. So Timid's probably irrelevant. I'd probably rather a special boosting nature, like a special defense nature, to really make use of that, but I put some more thought in, and I just really I don't like the idea of Nidoqueen on the team. I think Clefairy fits better, and um, instead of Clefairy having Eviolite, I think Leftovers is the play for Clefairy, or Clefable rather. I want to look up the stats a bit later on, but I may just send it with a Moonstone on this one because it is Timid Nature. If I want it to be specially bulky, I'm going to have to go farm for a different one. So if I'm going to level one up, I think this would be the one. And I have 2 Moonstones. So there's legitimately no downside to seeing more of the Pokedex information here. So that way I don't have to go look things up. Alright, Onix survived that. So we're not going to take that for granted. We're going to swap into Ivysaur here. And we're just going to start jamming through these guys. I wonder, does a Seed Bomb just completely destroy this guy? Even though it's resisted? No, it does not. Okay, good to know. We'll send another one, though. I really don't want to use Takedown unless it is probably, like, imminently necessary. Now, I no longer need to swap train Butterfree. It's already level 12. It's already got what I want it to have. So, I'm not really going to bother. Nah. We'll use Takedown. We have the Silk Scarf. I might as well just blast through these guys. But yeah, no, like I was saying, I don't really need to swap train the Butterfree anymore. It's already got the levels that I needed it to get. I would like it to be leveled up so that it's faster. But I can do that through EXP share later. I don't need to have all of this extra time switching back and forth between Mons. Awesome. Level up. Now, I don't know what the next trainer is. So leading Onix, being as slow as he is, may be very, very bad. But we're going to do it anyway. Oddish. If Oddish is faster than Onix, which I'm sure it is, it's probably going to use Absorb and just outright kill me without getting to set up. I'm going to try it. No way I'm faster. No. Alright. And then Onix does go down. That blows my mind that I was faster than an Oddish. Okay, and he's using Absorb moves. Probably just Takedown, try to one-shot him. Yeah. And it was a crit. That's huge. Alright. This should one-shot. Ivysaur putting in some work. I'm actually kind of excited to go fight Misty. I'm half tempted to do it right now if it's allowable. Like, if I'm allowed to do that, like, I might as well. Just because I'll get so much EXP. See, this guy already has his Venusaur. Does that actually mean I get level 32 Obedience from Misty? That would be incredible. Let's send it. Let's get all the EXP I can. Horsey. Oh, man. Seadra or Kingdra would be like absolutely peak on a rain team. All right, we're gonna set up Stealth Rock, Water Pulse. Yeah, bud, good stuff. Doesn't matter. I have sturdy. I would actually almost want Onyx to die every fight, just so he doesn't get EXP. Like, I'm not out here trying to level him up right now and have him be... You know what? I don't know, though. Maybe leveling him up isn't a bad idea, just so he can... Like, Sturdy is going to be for leading into things where I know he's going to get one-shot. Shelter, is he just straight up water? Or is he water ice? I probably cannot check. Alright. Nice. Yeah, maybe it's wrong to let Onyx die. I should probably try to level him up. Just because if he doesn't have to die, later on, if I can turn him into a Steelix, he'd be really useful. But I think the downside to leveling him would be going to another region and having him just over-leveled for the content. Because if they cut my obedience based on my gym badges, if we go to the next region, I'm not going to have any gym badges. Which is just overall going to make my ability to use my previous team completely... Well, I mean, I just won't be able to do it, right? Like, I won't be able to use anything on this team in the next region. So I think keeping Onyx low level is probably a good idea, so I don't have to catch another one. And I don't even know where in Johto I would find an Onyx, so it might be a while before I run into another one. So I think whenever it comes to trainer battles where, maybe not every trainer battle, but like gym battles for sure, I want to just lead Onyx. Just to get that extra little bit of help. Because if I just always have him dying, like, as we're going through routes or whatever, I'm just not going to be able to stealth rock everything. It's not going to be a thing. Alright, stealth rock. Yes, yes. Attempt to kill my Onyx. I should just be able to one-tap these guys after. Unless they resist my my seed bomb, which I doubt, these guys should all just go down in one hit. I think the only one that might resist would be, like, Starmie. And that's just because I think it could be Water Psychic, possibly. I don't remember Starmie's typing. But if it had a sash, it's gone. So we should just be able to one-tap here. No way I'm confused. Wow. That is unexpected. We're gonna swap Ponyta just so it dies, and I get a free swap in, free of confusion. Oh. So either Starmie is Psychic type, or it just learns a little bit of Psychic moves. It's been a while since I've seen Starmie. A lot of these Mons were, like, so iconic. How is he outspeeding? That is so crazy. Okay, missed the confusion. That's huge. Do we just one-shot? Yep. Awesome. Alright. Strategic sacrifice of the Ponyta works. Psyduck. This guy might actually confuse me. No, he's slower. He's gone. Cool. Alright. Now, do I still have to beat Nugget Bridge to move on? Cascade badge. Cool. And we got some cash. That's huge. Level 32. That's... Wow. That's incredible. Alright. That gives me even more of a reason to not really swap train and split EXP. Because the sooner I can get to Venusaur, the better. So we're not even going to bother with trying to swap Onix in. It might be valuable in like some of these trainer fights, but I don't know how many of them actually use Focus Sash, if at all. So it's probably just not worth it. If we run into a fight where breaking Sash would result in us actually being able to just, like, clean sweep the team, and by not doing that, we somehow, like, white out, then, yeah, we'll swap Onix in and do some Stealth Rocks. But, I think if we can avoid doing swaps, it would be ideal. Just because, like I was saying, going back to the Poké Center every time Onix dies is just not really what I'm trying to do. So, we'll save Onix for whenever we run into trainers that are especially hard. And I don't think that's going to be for a little while, so. This guy is poison. I'm not even going to bother doing a Seed Bomb. Let's see if I can just take down. Yep. Awesome. And level up? Should be, right? Yeah. Awesome. 6 levels away. Oh, man. I'm so ready. And we should take down... Yeah, take down kill. Good. We are almost done with Nugget Bridge. That was really fast. I mean, I guess if you've got an overleveled Mon, it's not that bad, right? Yeah, Stab Seed Bomb, I'll take it. It's probably, I think Stab Seed Bomb, even though it's a little bit weaker than Takedown, is going to be stronger than Silk Scarf Takedown. Because Silk Scarf is only... Oh, Team Rocket. Alright. Yeah, let's go, bud. Now, this one I probably should have swapped Onix in for, but screw it. Let's see if I can just one-shot this guy's Atkins. Intimidate? I'll pass. You want to kill my Pidgey? Yeah, thanks, bro. Alright, back into Ivysaur, and hopefully one-tap the Ekans. Nice. Awesome. And I should be able to do that for... Oh, Zubat? Maybe. I've run into a couple of really tanky Zubats in the previous episodes, so I'm not 100% certain this guy just goes down in one hit, but we'll see. Yep. Gone. Incredible. Alright. Ivysaur took out the whole bridge. Let's go heal up. And then I think I want to fight the guy over in the grass on the left. Wait, did he actually give me a nugget? I saw him mention it. No way. Oh. We got some cash. Speaking of cash, I've completely spaced out on the fact that I need to re-up Pokeballs. Let's go to the Pokemart and make that happen. Let's see. We're gonna do this. We're gonna sell the Nugget. Yep. Now. Dang, they only let me buy Pokeballs. Okay, let me. Just thinking about what I want to add to my team right now. We're currently good in terms of these three. These guys are staying, right? So now I want a fire Pokemon that is actually going to be able to set up Sunny Day. I don't know which one yet. I don't know what's in this region. Pidgey, I'm not sure if Pidgey's in like the end game team or if Pidgey is just in the playthrough team, right? I am gonna spend a little bit on Pokeballs, but I guess the reason I wanted to do this thought experiment before we went forward is like I'm not really gonna be catching all that much. The team is kind of set in stone right now. I have a runaway Pokemon to help me get away from random encounters. I have the main Pokemon that's just going to be, like, clearing anything and everything that we run into because we don't really care. We've got the Toxic Stall Clefairy. We've got the Stealth Rock Onix. The help me catch Pokemon Butterfree. If anything, Butterfree's the one that gets swapped out right now. Because, like I was saying, I'm not catching a lot. And I think the next thing that's going to be added to the team is probably that Omastar that I mentioned earlier. So once we get to... I think once we get to the SS... Is it the SS Anne in Vermilion City? I think that's what it is. Once we get to the ship, that's when we get cut. And after I get cut, I'm running all the way back to... where's that place? Pewter City, if I can. Just so that way I can... Let's see, can we actually access... Maybe we cannot access Pewter City again until we get the ability to... No, we shouldn't need the ability to surf, right? Maybe we do. Maybe we're completely cut off from going back. So I can't even get Omastar until I get Surf. Unless there's another way. I don't think there is. I have to just keep moving forward right now. Oh, Diglett Cave? Diglett Cave is how we get back. So, that's wild, though. Right, it's like, where's Vermilion at? Vermilion's here. Diglett Cave is there. It goes all the way under the continent? Like, what? Hold up, that's wild. Okay, so then that's how I'm going to make it back to get Omastar for the team. So that's still not going to be for a while. I think, if anything, the only thing that we're still interested in swap training, the more I think about it now, is probably Onix. I know I mentioned trying to keep him low level, but let's look at it this way. Max Obedience was 20 starting off in the zone. So if every zone starts off at 20, I can at least get him to 20 so that he learns Dig. Right? Yeah, he can learn Dig and just provide me with the value of getting out of caves without having to buy escape ropes. So I think we will swap Onix, but we're not going to let him die. We're not even going to set up Stealth Rock, honestly. It's not worth it. I don't think Machop should really be able to do anything. Revenge? Yeah. No. Nothing. Alright, Seed Bomb. Does that kill? 100%? Oh, it's a crit? Most definitely. Most definitely it kills. Onyx, level 9. Geodude. Okay. Punished for not setting up Stealth Rock. Duly noted. Duly noted. This guy's got strength? No way. Wow. God, we get so much EXP here. Look at that. This is another item. Boom. Okay, so they're giving us berries in these locations. Let's hit this guy. Bro. More rocks that have sturdy, possibly. For here, it doesn't matter because Onyx can't switch out, so setting up Stealth Rock's irrelevant. We just sent Onyx out to get some EXP, I guess. Okay, Dig. Let's swap Butterfree. Butterfree should 100% be faster than Onyx, right? Like base stat-wise. Base for Onyx is... No way! 70? This guy's way faster than I thought. What in the world? Oh, wait, we speed tie. So if he's speed nature, this is 50-50. I'm gonna sleep powder him. Oh, no way. Unbelievable. He had to have been speed nature. Either that, or we actually just, like, coin flipped the speed tie and he won it. That is so wild to me. But yeah, now he should just be dead. Alright. And Onyx should probably gain another level here. So should Ivysaur, I think. We're getting a lot of EXP in these battles. God. That is insane. 5 levels away from Venusaur. We're not going to fight this guy yet. I want to actually go heal up. Because these guys are proven to be not, like, overly challenging, but they are somewhat challenging. Oh, Crawdaunt. That's a Pokemon I haven't seen in a while. He would probably be a really fun build around. Just because he's, like, he looks so cool. I don't know what tier he is, though. Okay. Youngster. Youngster Joey. Alright, we're going into Spearow. I think Spearow gives speed, if I remember right. Alright, we're gonna set up the Stealth Rock. Nice! He just withdrew him. Alright, so we get the free Stealth Rock set up. Swap an Ivysaur. Oh man, that EXP is abysmal. Rock Tomb. I think the slower speed. That is probably way more valuable than Rock Throw. So I think we'll just take that because it's a straight upgrade, power and accuracy-wise. Since Onyx actually has a lot of base speed, and I didn't even realize it, I will probably I will probably keep Rock Polish on him because it might be relevant. Let's see. As long as the move is in use, the power... Oh, you gain attack every time you're hit. Kind of irrelevant whenever he's just a stealth rocker, but I guess he is. No, like even with Rock Tomb, he's just like speed control. We don't really care. Alright. He takes a lot here. Probably just try out a Seed Bomb. Stab Seed Bomb. See if it kills. Yeah, it does. Now, I'm preserving HP. I don't, like I said earlier, I really don't want to do a takedown if I don't have to, because that just means more frequent, like, Poké Center trips. And I want to try to avoid that if at all possible. Yeah, this guy just mentioned the SS Anne. So that's... Man. We're so close to getting there. I don't think I get there today, but tomorrow, for sure. Because I don't think there's a whole lot of content between... there's no point here. What a swap. There's really not a whole lot of content between Cerulean City and Vermilion City after you've beaten Misty and done Nugget Bridge and gone over here to talk to Bill. So, we probably finish getting to Bill today, and then once we're done with Bill, that'll probably... I'll probably end the episode there, and we will pick up going to Vermilion City, and probably backtracking to pick up Omastar, if I'm being completely honest. Unless there's something in Diglett Cave that I don't remember that actually stops me from going back, I'm going back. It's happening. Because once we get cut, there's pretty much nothing stopping us from getting there. Another takedown. And the only reason I did takedown here over Seed Bomb is just because I'm not sure. Like, I probably just need to test it, but I'm not sure if Nidorans are able to withstand the Seed Bomb. So I knew the takedown from previous fights has taken them down, so I went with what was easy there. Now here, set up Stealth Rock, and if Geodude doesn't... No, okay, I was about to say, if Geodude doesn't get me to Sash here, or not Sash, if he doesn't get me to Sturdy HP, I will try to lower his. In this scenario, he probably does a Magnitude, and I know for a fact he's going to be slower than my Butterfree, so we're sending out Butterfree to absorb the Magnitude, and then we're probably just going to sleep this guy. No way! Wait, what? Oh, it was fighting. And we're quadruple resistant against fighting on Butterfree because we're bug and flying. So actually, that gives a really good swap in for Clefairy even. So Butterfree might stay on the team. He might stay on the Sun team. And the only one that gets swapped out is Pidgey. Because I don't need Fly on the Sun team. It's like that's not the role. But that does mean I need to keep an eye out for what I want Butterfree to actually learn. I think having him Compound Eyes is probably fine. It's probably great. And therefore keeping... Oh, look at that. The free Sash breaks. Thank you. Having him Compound Eyes, it might make sense to keep Stun Powder and Sleep Powder. But Poison Powder, I will get rid of. Because anything that I want to be poisoning, I want to be using Toxic on. And that's where Clefairy's gonna come in. She's gonna come in and she's gonna break down those bulky walls with Toxic. Butterfree is gonna be putting things to sleep and paralyzing things that need to be having their speed cut. Then the only status that I'm not covering right now that would be relevant would be Burn, in order to cut physical attacker damage. Because I'm not sure how many of you watching know, but all of the status effects, aside from like putting things to sleep, poisoning them, whatever, all of them actually, well, not all of them, 2 of them have uses beyond their status effect. Burn actually cuts physical attacks in half. So if you burn something, it now does just 50% less damage to you if it's a physical attacker. Which is extremely relevant if there's a physical attacker on the enemy team that is really, really, like, just capable of sweeping you. Because if you do an attack drop, it can kind of just swap out, get rid of the attack drop, right? But if you burn it, unless they have a way to, like, clear the burn off, like with Heal Bell or whatever. Let's see, Bulldoze, what does this one do? Speed stat reduced. So this is ground. We are ground rock. And it lowers speed the exact same way Rock Tomb does. Both of these are 100% drop the enemy Pokemon speed. The issue with taking... No, you know what? There's no issue here. Just get rid of Tackle. So now we have a speed drop for flyers and non-flyers alike. Which is what I was considering, right? I was considering, do I just get rid of Rock Tomb because it does the same thing effectively as Bulldoze does? But the problem is, if I replace Rock Tomb, then Bulldoze can no longer actually be effective against flyers, and I lose out on the ability to drop their speed. So there was... Oh, man. Now we're doing it. We're sending it. Oh, we have 2 more trainers? Okay. Well, Onyx probably dies here, if I'm being honest. Oh, anyway. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, we're faster. Awesome. No, so... Burn cuts physical attacks in half. And the only way that they can get rid of it is by using Heal Bell or Nature's Cure or something along those lines. In like actual trainer battles, they can obviously use things like Burn Heal, whatever. But in like straight up PvP, you can't use items. So that's where having Burn is really, really effective. To shut down physical sweepers. And then on that same note, if there's something that's really, really fast, and maybe you're not super worried about it being like a setup sweeper, but you do want to cut its speed, that's where Paralyze comes in. Paralyze cuts the opponent's speed in half whenever they're paralyzed, on top of actually making them potentially lose their turn. So not only are they just slower at acting than you once you've paralyzed them, and you're almost always going to outspeed, there's just straight up the chance that you're going to move first, and that if they don't die, they just don't get to move. So you just won a turn. So yeah, no, like having Stun Spore or Stun Powder on Butterfree and having um, Sleep Powder and Butterfree are really the only ones I need to consider. Poison Powder can go away, so that should finish my thought process there on the status and why I'm really looking to try to refine Butterfree's moveset there. Oh, all the trainer positions reset. That's nice. Last trainer. And then I think we still have time to finish up with Bill. Oddish, okay. Is that the only one she's got? No. Alright, so we're going to Stealth Rock and then swap on out. And then once Onyx gets to level 20, I will have him just start 100% sacrificing himself, which is where I think having the moves like Bulldoze and Rock Tomb are kind of relevant, because like I can have him do as much damage and drop their speed as much as possible. Maybe even get a couple of knockouts, right? If he's got enough HP. But then once he dies, I can get the free swap and just knock the dude out. Okay, he is Poison Grass, which means Seed Bomb is going to do absolutely nothing to him. He's going to be 4-time resisted against it, so we're not even going to bother. Pidgey. That is half resist against Seed Bomb. I think I'll go ahead and do it, because I'm pretty sure it knocks out. Yep. And Sunkern. He is pure grass, so there's no way this guy lives it. Although I guess it's possible, because the rocks didn't do much. Nah, we got him. Man, that is awesome. Alright. We've finished the Nugget Bridge area. Unless these guys duel us. Duel us, what am I talking about? Like Pokemon battle. Jeez. Is there anything back here? I don't think so. Alright. We'll go talk to Bill. And then we will probably end the episode here. Tomorrow, we will be heading down to the SS Anne to pick up Cut. And that opens up actually quite... Oh, wait, did he actually just give us our invitation? So, yeah, no, like, you have to come up here and finish this. Even if you kill Misty, this is what you need to actually move forward. So, that is huge. We'll go ahead and walk down, because I still have a little bit of time. Man, 16.7k. I'm going to have a little bit of cash to spend whenever I start getting to where I could buy Great Balls. Really hoping Vermilion City, or not Vermilion, well, maybe it is Vermilion. Awesome. This guy moved out of the way. I should probably heal. And then, yeah, no, I'll end the episode here. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any ideas for the team in terms of what I should have for my fire Pokemon, by all means, leave a comment below. Just, I'm not sure what's available in this area, and which one actually sets up Sunny Day. So, I'm wanting to replace Ponyta, and I don't... Pidgey's gonna get replaced with Omastar. But, yeah, no. Thank you guys for watching. We will return tomorrow and get started on episode 5. I'll catch you guys later.